What up, S-Star fam? I'm back with another video. Still hanging in there, because y'all know. Anyway, y'all know. Recording situation is a little janky right now. It's a little struggly. But anyway, I think I got these questions from online. I did, but I cannot remember the website, so... Okay, I went online. There was a list of things that they said you shouldn't ask people. Like, you should not ask people this, like, at all. It's rude. It's just not the move. Especially, I feel like, if you don't know them like that. And mostly so, if you did know them, if they were close to you, you might most likely know the answers to these questions. Strangers, definitely... probably shouldn't ask most of these questions. So we just have 5, so let's get into it. I'm going to give my opinion on it. You could give your opinion in the comments. Okay. First one, it says, when will you expand your family? Now, I know it might seem like such a simple question. It might seem like such a simple thing to ask somebody. But there's a lot of triggers attached to that. And you might not mean harm. A lot of people can't have kids. A lot of people don't want to have kids. It attaches to so many things, how people were brought up. If they are traumatized by the way they were brought up, if they are struggling, if they don't feel like they have enough to give a child, it goes into so much, even past maybe fertility issues, or just people that just don't want kids and don't feel like people always asking them, especially just because it's a woman. You know, we get asked that question a lot. I mean, I have one kid, but, you know, when you want to have kids, and it's just like, a lot of people don't even like to hear that question because they just don't want to have kids. And they have a right to not want to have kids. It's better that they face the fact they don't want to have kids than people that really are not equipped to be a parent. I mean, we all going to learn once we become a parent. You know, you don't know until you know. But the thing is that a lot of people saying they don't want kids, it would be irresponsible for them to go and have them, knowing that they want to be to themselves, selfish, don't want to... Because when you have kids, you're supposed to sacrifice. That's just what it is. They're supposed to come before you. Things like that. So, that's the best thing, I feel like. I don't know. Leave in the comments, you let me know. I just feel like it's responsible to know that if you don't want kids, to not have them. So, also, they could have lost the child. That's another thing. A lot of people miscarry, you understand, like that, complications. They could have lost the child, and that could really, really hurt them. Just hearing that question, and they just fall apart hearing that. More of the story, a lot of things go on behind closed doors that you're not going to know about a person, because when them doors close, we deal with the struggles ourselves. Second, what do you do? You ever had somebody ask you, what do you do? Like they really waiting to be fucking, to pick you apart. Like, what do you do? What are you into? Like, what's up with your life? And it's like, did I ask you to pay my rent? Did I ask you to pay my light? Did I ask you to pay my gas? Oh, okay. Because I just want to know, like, why are we so aggressively ask people, what do you do? It's like, girl, mind my business and drink my water. Like, you ever had somebody aggressively ask you that, or like in a rude way? You know, it's a tone behind everything. And it's just kind of rude. Like, what do you do? Like, they waiting to see if it's good enough for their standard. Like, I don't have to be no standard of you. Like what's going on here? Are you at the pearly gates, and to get through, I got to get through you? Because I thought I only had to talk to Jesus and God about that. Like, you understand what I'm saying? When people ask that, some people just don't like their business out. Don't have a right to tell you. And then depending on the tone, it can be very rude. Third one, when's the baby due? Don't get me started with this. Because I done had a couple of chocolate chip cookies and some milk. You think you got the right to ask me when my baby is due? The fuck? My food baby? Listen, we gotta stop doing that. Y'all see bitches with a little bit of fupa, and you think you have a right to ask her when is the baby due? This is my stomach. my stomach. My stomach. Next one. When people ask this, you gotta be very careful when you ask, how did someone die? Because if you found out that someone passed away and they did not divulge why that person passed away, they most likely do not want you to know, because you would already know. If you were close to them, you would already know. Don't ask, oh, how did they die? Like, just be careful with that, because they lost somebody and you don't want to be rude to a person that's mourning. It's very personal. Like, if you don't know, then you probably wasn't meant to know. Give your condolences and keep it moving. It's not that serious. To be in their business, it's not that serious. Death is serious. Life is serious. But to be in somebody's business is not that serious. Wrapping it up with the last one. Do all your kids have the same daddy? What? Because, let me explain something to you. Put the damn cue card down. People gotta move on. I feel like women, you know, we get a little bit harder critiqued than men with multiple kids. It's like they're the man or something as long as they're taking care of their kids. But a woman that done busted open a couple of times, and she might have found out her first baby father wasn't good for her, is she supposed to stay and produce a second and third and fourth child with him if that wasn't for her? No shade to the people that ended up having multiple kids in a toxic relationship, because you don't know what they went through. But I'm just saying, for the girl, you understand that, realize that first time it didn't work around, like me, you understand what I'm saying? And that wasn't the move for her or the healthy decision for her and her kid. Wouldn't it be smart to just have one kid until you find that right person, and then maybe even get married if that's your standard, if that's your religion? And even if you don't choose to get married, be in a healthy situation and happy with someone, then rather your kids see that toxic shit so you could just say, I got the same baby father. Oh yeah, they gonna talk about me. Because listen, if I choose to have kids more in the future, it's a wrap. Like, obviously they won't have the same father. Like, what is the problem? Like, men have 10 kids and all, you know, they take care of them, and people just don't really bother them about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially, I'm not gonna say they don't bother them about it, it's not talked about, but not really if the guy is taking care of them. It's just like, oh, okay, well, at least he take care of his kids. But a woman, I don't have a few baby daddies, and it's like, y'all got something to say. Who cares? Like, nobody's fitting to stay with that same person for that second and that third baby. I'm sorry. Like, you gotta try to get it right the second time. Like, then if people didn't try to learn from their mistakes and do better, y'all talk about that too. Anyway, that's my opinion, but drop your opinions below in the comment. Let me tell you something. Y'all gotta get out of the habit of always feeling if y'all feel something negative, y'all can't even hold it in. Y'all are breaking people down to a standard that you cannot uphold yourself. Because I guarantee you, if you're good at one thing, you're bad at another. And God will have something to say to each and every one of us when it comes that day. It's never going to be, okay, just go in. If there's a conversation to be had to say the things that he felt you did wrong in, everybody going to get said something. Even the most highest of Christians. Everybody sins. Everybody, God is going to say something to everybody. Don't be harsh on the next person. In the comments below. And bye, Esta fam. If you're watching this on TikTok, bye TikTok.